Ask anything. So it's about asking anything that you have a question about. Now, we always do think about ourselves and where we are and the challenges we're having and the fears we're having and what is coming up for us and all that, as we should. We're here to be us. Nobody else can be inside of us to be who we are. So we're in a sacred space, and I do light work, I do energy work, I have very strong vision skills. I've worked with shamans and mystery schools, so I do shamanic journeying, and I blend all of that with being a homeopathic doctor, a master level hypnotherapist, and a lot of other tools and energy medicine and things. And these are all coming together inside of me in a unique way, that then I get the opportunity to say, hey, this is kind of cool. Look at who I am. I can do this. I really love that. I would like to play with this. And the more me that I am, the more power I have, the more effect I have in the world in a positive and empowering way for me and others. Passion for greed, which is what we see across the planet, and everything we've been, told, communicated to, programmed with, conditioned with. Just be aware, yes, you have conditioned programs, you have mindsets and beliefs, you have neural pathways in your brain, you have systems in your nervous system that are already set to just fire immediately and react a particular way. So what's really fun is that if we went and said, what if I chose what those reactions were going to be? What if I actually consciously got involved in my soul's path and purpose? Because we have been living very unconsciously. That's what this moment is about. You are here because at a soul level, you know you have the strength, the power, the support, the love, the talents, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the passions to not just survive this time, but to be a part of it, because the breakdown we see in the world, in governments, in work structures, it's happening within us too. And it's supposed to. We're exactly where we're meant to be. We're caterpillars that are losing our shape. We're losing our identity. And we're supposed to. So the biggest call under everything, and we'll see the patterns that come up in the questions that you ask, because we're in it together. I'm an individual. The more I love myself, understand myself, accept myself, forgive myself, release all the stories that I was told that I'm not good enough, or I should have this, or that should have happened, or this isn't fair. It's all distraction. It has absolutely nothing to do with the truth of who you really are. And when you stay caught up in that drama, it's like being stuck to a TV drama, to a soap opera that you can't pull your eyes away from, you can't stop thinking, and it's controlling your emotions. That's not the way you're meant to live. We're meant to live in a way where we choose, we experience in each moment, we're feeling, we're sensing what's happening, what's meant to be happening for us. We're perceiving, because the reality is we're little receivers, we're little perceivers, we're little sensors. We have a lot of senses. I know we have 360 senses, and I have a little bit of a sense that probably there are more within each one. It could be a fractal. But if we just go from 5 or 6 or whatever you've been introduced to or feel that you have, many people already have awakenings. Maybe as a child, you had talked to fairies or had imaginary friends or had very real visions or could see things or sense things or know things that others, adults, couldn't. And most likely it was shut down or erased in some way. And at some point, you were accused or criticized or threatened in some way to stop. Okay? Get serious, put your head over here, plan it, think it, make it happen with your mind, and your worry, right? And emotionally get that worry in there, get that, oh, I don't know what's next and what can't I and who's this? And you start to hook your emotional field and your solar plexus to all these other energies. And then you wonder why you can't find your soulmate or leave your job or speak up or know what you really want to do, or you're stuck in uncertainty and afraid of uncertainty. I can guarantee you that's the one thing. If you master uncertainty, then you're going to be fine. Doesn't matter what is going on, because that's what it's going to be like. When the caterpillar melts, it doesn't know how to be a caterpillar anymore. It doesn't have all those little legs. It doesn't know how to chew. It loses its complete identity. So that's not to scare you, it's to entice you to step into being an active creator in your life right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to hunt down any more problems. Now, that's a tricky thing to say, because I want to unplug you from looking for your problems and working on forgiveness or working on something, or in some way looking for the way you're doing something wrong. I want to switch your mindset up today. I want you to say, I'm in exactly the right place, in exactly the right moment, and I accept that. And as I accept that, I also accept that I am designed exactly the way I am for a purpose, a powerful purpose. And from this moment forward, I release all thoughts, mindsets, habits embedded in any level of my body, physical etheric or aura, your emotional, mental, financial, relational, all the way through your light body. And I give permission now, because I'm ready to align with what's optimal for me and consciously be a part of evolving and creating and allowing the old to go and embracing the uncertainty and turning an open heart into the wind and looking at the sun and feeling that, yes, today I am here. It is safe to be me. It is safe to be in my body. It is safe to express myself, at least to myself. I am that I am. And I'm ready to remember that which I am. Now I ask you to enter my sacred space. So if you haven't already close your eyes and feel how that statement feels. When you declare within or without, out loud or within, you repeat things like that, and I highly recommend you repeat that. You are telling, you are sending an order, like at a restaurant. I would like this, this, and this, please. No, this was the wrong drink. I would like the drink I like. You are placing an order. You are placing a declaration. You are being at the helm. You are being a conscious creator. So I want you to take a deep breath in through your heart. Expand it up into your shoulders and let them go up, and then drop them back and down. Pull your shoulders together like your wings touching your shoulder blades. Rub those wings together a little bit. And if you can, stretch your arms all the way out to the sides. Put your palms up a little bit. I am ready and willing, and I am open and receptive to guidance that is clear, that I trust and support through every experience, every moment. I'm ready to acknowledge and release that which is going. all these challenges that are coming up to me, and say them to yourselves. If you've already submitted a question, bring the question up, bring the topic up. Let the most emotional or intense or frustrating or heavy energy holding in your body, mind, spirit, emotion come right up right now. And in this sacred space, I invite you. We have a cone of gold and silver light above and below us, balanced, perfect, of masculine, feminine, spiritual material above, below, yin yang, holding space, removing and bringing anything you need while you are here. You are in a healing chamber. This is called the Infinity Healing Chamber. And slowly, slowly, give yourself permission to relax into this space. Let your arms fall down if you haven't. Hold yourself in comfort and love. Feel held. And we're wrapped in the all-seeing eye. That means that we are stepping into a space that is fully connected, fully conscious, conscious of itself, conscious of its infinite nature, conscious of its purpose, conscious that it is connected, and like you're standing on the top of something tall, powerful, maybe wind in your hair. You are looking forward and you feel the courage opening in your heart. Yes, I'm ready and I'm willing, and I am open and receptive to receive all that I need for what is optimal for me in every moment, aligned to my highest good. I am designed to reconnect to this infinite part of me, to this wisdom of me, to these other parts and lives and talents, to things that have been buried and hidden, and things that have been full of fear and wounded and abused, to the things that are waiting for the right moment, ready to rise again. Strength, vision, creativity, power, love, harmony, inspiration, joy, bliss. Now relax into this and give yourself a moment to agree you are a conscious creator. So in this state and during this experience together, you're going to be receiving more of your senses are going to be online. You're going to have more communication, and you may or may not perceive it. You may not feel it. It doesn't matter if you feel it consciously or not. You're on the path to receiving messages more and more consciously without being overwhelmed. You're in a sacred and safe space, so you can relax. You can trust that whatever comes through is for your highest good. If what I say to you is confusing or unclear or upsetting, ask me another question, but understand that after so many decades of doing some form of work like this, I had to surrender into trust and realize that whatever happens, when I wrap it in this space, when we enter like this, when we cleanse and clear ourselves, and we're here, you start to acknowledge, well, I'm in the right place at the right time, so maybe I should be fully present. Maybe I'm going to be ready and willing. It's safe for me to receive. You might want notes. When I'm speaking to someone else's answer, you're going to get answers. We're in this space together, but each individual in this space, like we are one, so whatever is in this space is for all of us. And with, excuse me, And whoever is in this space is individually themselves. And this is who we're becoming. So whatever questions have been forming on the top of your mind, or that you've sent me or you've asked today, they are designed from your spirit, from your soul, from a deeper or higher part of you that understands more of who you're here to be, more who you are meant to be. And the biggest part of that is that you relax and trust yourself enough to listen, to be here now. I can feel myself relaxing in my root and in my sacral, and sort of sitting down in my chair a little bit more. Like you don't even notice how much you're sort of holding yourself. All right. So one last thing together. Let's activate this infinity healing chamber together. So now I want you to, as you've acknowledged that we're wrapped in that all-seeing eye, which means like connecting your 6th and 7th chakra, your pituitary and your pineal, between these two are a whole bunch of other glands that make up the all-seeing eye. And when they're all cleared, cleansed, awakened, and opened, now you have like the power is on. You know, you've been cleaning and clearing and putting new equipment into place, and now you need someone to hook up the power. Now you have access to everything. Everything you've been, everything that was, is, will be, the infinite field, all of it. Now that doesn't mean it comes in and takes over you. You are the conscious creator. So now I want you to expand your awareness, eyes closed or open, whatever way you feel best. Just give yourself the most opportunity to connect to your senses, because today is going to be very sensory. I can tell by this information that's coming through. I don't write any of this. I don't have any structure other than the questions I was reading that have come in on the email. And that starts tuning me in. And then I start doing my own daily routine of energy cleansing, clearing, aligning, activating, becoming the clear and open channel for you, activating the infinity healing chamber, calling on the guides and the energies and the elementals and Gaia and different energies that I work with all the time, every day, and any special ones that are meant to be here. So there's a whole process for me to feel like I have done my due diligence and I have created a sacred and safe space for you and for me. And you need to do this if you're an energy worker or a human, a mom or a lover. You know, you want to be aware of the energy that you're bringing. And this is how you uncover those conditionings that we have. And this is where you are. So look at the questions after this, and especially if you submitted it before, right now, hearing this. And you're going to see, oh, things start to pop together, little line up, like connect the dots. And I want you to tell yourself right now that you're ready and willing to connect the dots, that it is safe for you to own your power, to know what's being communicated to you, to understand bit by bit, as is optimal for you at that time, who you are, what your purpose is, what the plan is. These are things that, as they unfold for you, the more present you are, the more you feel safe to be here, and you trust whatever is happening is for my highest good. I'm in the right place at the right time. Therefore, I should be present and be watching what's happening, because there's a door opening over here. There's an opportunity for a client or a friend or a partner or a lover or an answer right here. There's an experience of bliss with the sun and the trees right here. There's so many opportunity, potential moment experiences available for you that if you sat down and looked through this huge catalog of all the experiences you could be having right now, instead of the one you're having, which is, we're talking right now, we're not saying you're always like this, but right now, right here, we are in a safe space. So we're talking about the things that feel like a block, feel like fear, feel like stuck, feel like a habit that you can't change, feel like whatever, right? What's the question? What's optimal for me next? What's optimal for me at this time? So then, if you're asking these questions in any way, shape, or form, but you're not listening, or you're not clearing your senses and doing your energy work and getting to know your own light body and energy field, and clear it and cleanse it and clear it and cleanse it and realign to your optimal and realign to your soul and realign to the infinite, then you're making it really difficult for communication to come to you. And if you don't understand that there isn't a single person on this planet that doesn't have a level that doesn't trust, it's part of survival mechanism. And we're breaking that down in this time period. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're breaking that down collectively also, because we're having this opportunity to release and let go and release and let go and release and let go. And that means who you thought you were, what you thought was important, what you thought you needed to be good enough, what you need to be happy. It could be something completely different. And so if things are falling apart or feel stuck in your life, if you feel afraid to move forward, but you know what you want, wherever you are, it's an energy place, and you are the creator of an infinite amount of energy that can come in, and an infinite number of experiences you could be having right now that you could choose. But you can't choose if you're clogged, you're not communicating, if you're distracted by all the fears and emotions and feeling these, because it's absolutely perfect that you acknowledge, I feel stuck, I feel this, I feel that. Perfect, because that's what's being served to you. I see it like it's on a plate, and your highest self is going, here, 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 here. This is what we want you to eat. This is what we want you to look at. Please, please look at this, look at this. And we're going, oh, it's too painful. Oh, it makes me feel bad. I'm going to procrastinate. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So we want to look at that, but we don't want to identify with it anymore. All right. So now together, we're going to acknowledge the sphere of the flower of life all around us, made from white light, enormous, enormous around this sacred chamber. And this is what we call in my world, in light body, a Akashic ascension sphere. And it is running energy from all the parts of you, your soul blueprint, your Akashic records. It gives you access to everything you need, and the energies are moving around on it. And the beautiful flower of life is the sacred pattern that contains every sacred geometrical shape that is the basis of all life. So you are in a creation chamber of infinite vision, infinite connection, infinite protection, and clear connection to your highest good. So take a deep breath in and say in your heart, I activate this infinity healing chamber at infinity, and blow the breath out with that intention in it. Relax and allow your senses to come online. Allow your energies to begin to rearrange as you are raised higher and higher into the state and place of infinity. You may or may not sense or feel things. I may say sense or feel, or what do you perceive? And what you do is don't get distracted by your frustration that you don't do better or more like someone else. Be who you are in the right moment, at the right time, right now, right here. That means you have somewhere within you exactly what you need to do what's next. You and me and everyone, we are the blueprint, okay, of what's happening. All right. Hello to everyone. Hello, Pamela. Thank you for sending us all that beautiful Hawaiian energy. I accept. And hi, Autumn. Ooh, wow, I'm excited. Hi, Pat and Julie. And let's see, who else am I seeing here? Sherry. Hi, sweetie. And Julie, I did get your email, Julie, and it's right on the list. In fact, it's on a slide waiting right now. And hi, Genevieve. Hello, thank you. We are in a really interesting moment. So, yeah, I was wondering if that was going to come up. Hi, Marianne, and One Stop Spiritual Shop. Woo! Hi, Sandra. Hi, Deep Shika. Oh, it's so fun to see some of you guys. It's been a while. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and rub our hands together and ask that our crowns and our third eyes and all of our chakras be opened and aligned as is optimal for each of us at this time. Now take this, your hands, excuse me, put them on your heart. Relax your shoulders and your back. So we have a beautiful little team of energies that are brushing energy off of our shoulders. It just keeps going around and around the shoulders. It's a pink and purple, sometimes a flash of red. You might see or see if you sense it. It seems to be something that's happening to everyone. Also down the sides of our face and our ears, around the crown at the back, the head. So there's a lot of energy that we've all carried as a burden, as a duty, like being, one of those ox that has to pull this heavy burden. Okay, so receive that. We give great thanks for this beautiful healing in this sacred chamber in this wonderful moment. And we ask to be clear and open channels to our highest good and that which is optimal for each of us and all of us at this time. Sandra. Okay, Sandra, you jumped right out. Let's see, did you ask a question? Sandra, I know I saw you. My eyes don't work really well to focus when I get in these states. Well, I'm going to go to the slides, I think, because... Donna, if you're there, can you take the new questions that are in the chat and put them on slides while I'm start with the ones on the slide? Sandra, hi, beautiful people. Hi, Enza and MK and Lenore. Oh, thank you too, sweetie. Wonderful. Okay, so let me switch over here. And Sandra, if you didn't send a question and you want to send a question, please stick it in there. And here we go. Wait a minute. Are you seeing my screen? Yes, you are. Okay, good. Doesn't look very exciting yet. Okay, Sandra. Yeah, you've got some interesting energy there. It's still talking to me. Oh, okay. Sandra, so I have a message for you. That's different. I see you walking alongside. And so what I mean by that is I keep seeing your name and then I see you walking alongside. It's abstract, but it looks like maybe a paved pathway that people are walking on, and there's a bunch. So maybe people are in a walkathon or something, and you're on the side. You're one of the guides. You're like walking alongside. Good job, way to go, keep going, sort of directing people, moving them forward. And this is, I'm going to mute myself for a second if you don't mind, because I've got to get some water. Okay, that should be better. So just going to tune in a little bit more to see what this is telling you. Okay. it's a very strong position for you. So I'm looking to see, does this mean that you're standing on the sidelines? You've removed yourself. There's something that you're being in the background instead of stepping into your own life, stepping forward. Lots of people are stepping forward in their work environment these days. They've been the reliable, hardworking person that's not the star or the front person or whatever, and they've been being called to it, but they still so strongly were attached to the identity that they had, that they should be the one in the back. And there was, of course, a karmic fear of stepping into your power, being the front person, being something bad happening to you in some form of retribution. What we have for you is that you're very strong at directing and holding space, and this is what your power is right now. They're just showing me that your power is in you. Now, these things are very symbolic, okay? So you're going to take some things. Usually I get these amazing emails from people afterwards saying, oh my gosh, and this was this, and that was that, and you read this exactly. It's like all these synchronicities, they pop up. So for you, but it's most important that it's for you, what it means for you. But this is showing you moving a lot of people or energy, moving a lot of intention, being a leader, a strength. You have a lot of strength and you have a strong voice. So your voice needs to be used more, and you need to trust yourself to be this kind of director, like this way, everyone, this is great, you're doing great, this way, this way. Now, if you step back away from that, the energy weakens. So you're not doing that for yourself. So that's the next thing, is that to be that for you as well. So in whatever way you see or feel that relates to your home or your family or your work or your ideas, right? Stream lots and lots of people, lots and lots of energy going by. These could be ideas. These could be literal people that you're passing through on your thing. It could be an indication of the job that or the business that you want to do or you could do. But this, in whatever way your life can contain that, is a good position for you. But then step back away from everything else. Like literally they show you taking a step backwards and standing there and being that for yourself also. Okay, it's good. I'm strong. I'm here. It's safe. Come on in. Be present. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to take good care of you. We know exactly what to do, and we're going to just trust. We're going to start saying this way, this way. There is no such thing as uncertainty, and there is no such thing as fear. This is our moment. We know. So you're going to be doing that. This is for everybody could do this. This is a very powerful idea. Stand in the strength that you have right now. Now, I don't see a lot of attachments. I see 3, 2, and 1 thin one, and 1 even thinner one of energy attachments to taking care of others, to serving others, to putting everyone else first, or feeling somehow held back by that idea that you have to, that this is part of your identity. But this is not many. Okay, so this is something you've cleared, and it's one of the reasons that your voice can ring strong now. Those energies are the one that was attached to your left foot, and it's very thin now. It's like it couldn't hold anything back anymore. All right, the other 3 are around your heart, and there's 2 strong ones, one on bigger ones that come out. So there's some attachments to some people or things around the heart, and then 1 thin one there from the heart as well. So this is very good. This is you're having a strength of heart moment in your metamorphosis. You're having a strengthening and up-leveling of your voice, trusting your inner flow, and being the director, being the guide for yourself, for others, for yourself, for others. You are in a constant flow of guidance. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I forgot you couldn't see me. Okay, so we are doing this, and I want to share. There's like a week, I think, or something left of me offering this one-time session. I have no intention of doing these again. There's something important right now. We have the eclipse coming up in 2 days. Yeah, in 2 days, it's already, the energies are here. These are powerful. These are right turns. The bottom can fall out. You just never know what's going to happen. It's not to be afraid. It's to be aware. Do not go do big things. Do as much energy work and spiritual work as you can, and really begin to open that inner eye. This is the time when we can no longer deny our senses. So if you're interested in that session with me, there's a limited number of those, and you can go to the shop and get that, shop.nanakasha.com, or the link would be below. I have the scale up because it's going to become relevant on some of these answers. This is free. This is my version of David Hawkins' scale, and we've designed it to show you the heaviness underwater of the force energies, everything from shame, guilt, up through fear and pride, and then into courage, willingness, acceptance, love, joy, peace. All of these things, everything gets lighter and lighter. Your goal is not to always be at peace. This is ridiculous. This is not the purpose of being in a body. Your goal is to not be controlled by any state, any emotion, or any thought, any belief, known or unknown, that draws you down to these low, heavy energies. In these energies, it is very difficult to trust. It is very difficult to see your way out. When you have desires, you become addicted to needing more money, or needing approval, or needing an apology, or needing a job, or needing a certain house, or whatever you were programmed with, that you now are convinced, and this becomes a craving. It burns up all your emotional energy, and you become stuck. You're enslaved. So you can read across the scale to see the process means the energy around you. It becomes the energy you're in. Now, if you go to courage, you become in an empowered environment, and your perspective becomes permitting. You give yourself permission. But when you're down, stuck in fear, and you're full of anxiety about anything, you withdraw. And this feels punitive. You feel like it's not fair. I don't get. I always lose. And that pattern that you're living out, that you came here from a soul level to live out, is not able to be the good guide towards what you need until you're able to accept, rise to acceptance. So always please look to rise to acceptance. So I may refer back to this. Okay, so hello, MK. I wonder if there's a way I could do this without having to show. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't like that you can't see me. There I am. Okay. I can see these. So that's how we're going to do it. That's better. All right, MK. So I've immediately been asked by these two stones. This is smoky quartz. This is an exquisite wand with some beautiful rutilations in it, and a turquoise. To come in. So recently diagnosed with breast cancer, I know that it's here as a wake-up call. I'm wanting to know what resentments I need to clear, and if there's anything else I should know that I'm not already doing on my healing path. Thank you, sweetie. Absolutely. Okay, so MK, I want you to breathe in, and I want you to breathe in right through your heart, right through your breast. Draw in that breath, and then let it fill the heart center. Filling, getting enough, receiving enough into your heart. More, more. Hold the breath as long as you can. And when you let it go, just be very gentle. Feel like you just opened the drain at the bottom of the heart, and it's just going to pour out. Bottom of the heart. Cleanse, clear, release. Cleanse, clear, release. Cleanse, clear, release. Cleanse, Release. So there's some energies, of course, in the heart center, and we're doing some light weaving to connect, to flush, to clear, to reconnect, to bring in some energies that you need. There's a broken heart. There's a sense of aching and aching in the heart center. I'm feeling it primarily in the left side. I don't know if that's where your cancer is, in the left breast, or if it's that left side, right? Or if it's the physical heart. But there's heaviness on this. And so when you ask about resentments, it's a fairly accurate energy. Again, with the scale, if you all get the scale, it's free in the shop, and you just download it and put it on your phone or print it and look at it. It is so informative. So this is a good, for you, this is a very accurate description of this energy. There's also energy under it that's darker, blacker, thicker. It seems to be tar-like, goo-like, and it has some very ancient origins. It has some energy. So you're carrying some very old pain, and it's become very thick and heavy. So this is a calling of the heart center to heal your old, heavy, sticky, tar. You can't breathe, you can't move, you can barely get it off of you. Okay, so that energy of that, and the resentments, you having, this is why the sacral chakra is showing up. So everybody know that your sacral is holding most of the shame, guilt, fear, anger, pain, abuse, victimhood, revenge, all of these things. And so that's why immediately I moved down and began to weave in your sacral as well. So this is also nurturing and nurtured. Feeling unnurtured, feeling nurturing, unable to nurture, both ends of the scale. There's a frustration and a backup. So as far as resentments, you want to detach from that word while acknowledging and accepting that energy. So it's like, oh, okay, there you are. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we found you. Let's put you in the acceptance chamber. So you're just going to take this big basket of tar, right? And you're going to stick it inside of a sacred energy. And you're going to bring that energy around your heart center, and your whole body. I want you to see and visualize acceptance, acceptance, harmony, harmony. Feeling lighter, you begin to transcend this burden, these heavy energies. And I want you to say, I am open and receptive, and I'm ready and willing to release, to transform, and to evolve through and beyond all the energies in my heart and heart center from this and any life that are not in complete alignment with what is optimal for me, my soul, my purpose, and my evolution at this time. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And then as you do this each day, you need to do this for a minimum of 3 minutes in the morning and 3 minutes in the afternoon or evening, whenever it's good for you. Could be right as you're falling asleep. Could be right as you wake up. Minimum 3 minutes. Listen to this again and practice it. because now you're going to be in receptive mode. You're in the acceptance state. You're going to rise more and more towards that state, which means your emotional body's going to let go or forgive more and more. You're going to feel lighter. You are transcended in this space. And this is what you want to do with the breast cancer. Cancer isn't a big scary thing. It's one form of communication. Cancer is a language. It is a language of self-hate. It's a language of self-judgment. It's a language of self-resentment. It's a language of unfulfilled desires and feeling unworthy. It's a language of attacking oneself. So it's simply accepting the message, receiving it all the way in, allowing and accepting whatever's there to come up, to come out. You don't need to know it. You might feel it. You might dream it. It might not need to come into your conscious awareness at all. And you're going to be a clear and open channel. And in these 3 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever you want to do, sessions, you get to this space and you just watch and you receive. Maybe you cry or maybe you feel, but you're unburdening, releasing and lightening the energy. Everything is about energy. Everything is about lightening that energy, moving up the scale. And best of all, the longer you stay in acceptance, the more that your entire perspective becomes compassion. And this is what you need right now. This is what everyone needs right now. It's what you need all the time, but especially right now. There's nothing that you did wrong, and there's nothing you need to fix. There's nothing you need to fight. There's nothing you need to regret. Unplug all of those things, MK. It's very important. Just give them permission. I unplug. I'm not controlled by them. I'm not going to think about those. I'm in the right place at the right time. This is a communication from my soul, from my body, from my highest self. I'm going to listen. And you listen by accepting the message, by accepting what is. What are you saying to me? And then being open and listening and patient and listening and giving yourself permission, your heart permission to let go of the burden and to begin to receive. And there is a big black resentment right laying across the whole thing like a big thick mat. And it's like you just been a mat. You've been like in front of an office building and people just walk over. And your heart is not, there's been trampling of the heart. There's been ignoring. There's been different forms of being cut off, or some of the older energies in your soul around this heart. The heart's filled with a lot of things, right? So we're going to ask that this clear connection stay open to you, to what we've experienced, what we've created, and that it continue as long as it's optimal for you at this time. This is a healing, this is a powerful healing chamber for you. So as you repeat this, and everybody, that's the key. Repeat these things until it shifts and something else is optimal. All right? Thank you. I would recommend that you give yourself an opportunity inside of this energy we've just experienced. Thank you to MK for being the carrier of this experience for everyone and anyone. that have this energy. As she heals and lets it move, transform her, we all have that opportunity too. So we're all invited right now to just release what no longer serves you from your heart and your sacral. And I would connect down to Gaia and up to your galactic goddess. I am that I am, Ea Escher Ea. I am light, I am love, I am infinite. I am in my flow, aligned with what is optimal for me at this time. All other energies may go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, fantastic. So I'll tell you what, Julie is just calling and a calling and a calling. So I'm going to go move to Julie here. One moment. All right. So Julie, I know very well. Hi, sweetie. And I think of her very often here. She's been here to retreats with me in this beautiful land of the Yucatan, and she's even been to California with me to one of my first retreats in California. And she's been through the Light Body School, and she has been one of the bravest, most beautiful women I have seen walk her path and accept her life, and that she was exactly where she needed to be, whether she liked it or not, and is on a wonderful journey. Wow, Julie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm sorry. Wow, you have so much depth, honey. There's so much clarity inside of you. It is so different. It's like another door opened and another door opened and another door opened, and there's some beauty and style and movement and curves. There's some curves to this energy. Wow, this used to be so heavy. Interesting. So, what's alive in me is the desire for the next step in my business and life purpose. And my gypsy journey, not clear whether it's travel. My car is not able to travel long distances right now. Well, that's an energy that's speaking to you. Julie knows that you read the energy. What's it saying? Letting in a cabin for a few months, opening to receive a converted van or the like, letting prosperity flow to me and through me with ease, and opening to receive a beloved soulmate. This especially feels so alive in me. Ooh, and it feels like they're all woven together. Yes, they are. Absolutely. I love any answers that flow through you. Thank you, Julie. She knows just what to say. All right, sweetie, let's do this. Oh, thank you for letting me in. There is something on your shoulders and on your head, almost looks like a big bird. And it's very fun. It's very goofy almost. But I feel the need to ask you to take it off. So I want you to just acknowledge this, and sort of like a big costume or something moving with a lot of feathers and things on the shoulders. Just take it off, lay it down. It's there if you need it. Okay, so for some reason I'm burying it like a dog after it goes to the bathroom. So we'll just, whatever energy this needs, we're putting over there. Oh, okay, that's very different. All right, so it's very important right now, and this is for everybody. The eclipse is darkness. Darkness hides things. You don't see things. You trip. There's shadows. There's falls. There's manipulations. There's fear. There's shame. There's heavy energy there. It's also the womb. It's always the place of creation. It's also the place that babies and other seeds and things need to be in order to awaken their blueprint, to awaken and begin to form and become who they're becoming. So all of these things are going on right now for the next week, and there's going to be a lot of changes and things. Okay, Julie, so you're familiar with this little jaguar Julie has. these two, obsidian, I have my heart on as well, but this called to me here. So you need to journey with the jaguar. You need to remember your experiences here with her. Would be very beneficial if you could come in September. We're doing a first retreat in years now. Here in September, we're going to go to some pyramids and have some amazing experiences. She wants to walk with you. This is important for the gypsy journey. But now you're going to be, it's not rooting. The way that a cat turns around and then settles into the bed and looks super comfy and cozy. That's what you're doing right now. So your focus right now is you've journeyed. Now you're going to rest. You're going to integrate. You're going to bring it in. All of these things are, of course, interrelated because they're in your blueprint. I'm seeing a blueprint right along the front of you. It seems to be right around where your physical etheric becomes your emotional field. It looks like a membrane or a snake skin, but just the design. It's like a network. It's just like a strip, slightly to the right, down the front from the crown. Every time I move it, I feel a lot over the right eye, back in the pineal, right here. So you're shedding the skin. You'll want to work with Kuku Khan as well. We have him up there. But first you want to look at this pattern. So you're here to nest and to look at this pattern because you've been on the move. There's been a lot of intensity in your need to be focused into who you are, where you're going, reading the signs, feeling safe, letting the emotions come up. So you've cleared a lot. The first thing I saw it was like a curved room opened, and then the exact same, so a fractal behind it, and this behind it, and again and again and again. So there's massive openings within you. You've cleared a lot of stuff. You've journeyed. It seems like you've dumped things along the way. You've picked up some things along the way. Those need to be integrated. So right now, I would say the next month. What is the next month? May. Yes, that feels really delicious to do some inner visioning, some inner traveling, some journeying, some shamanic journeying. Do some journeys, do some light body work, all the things that you know to do. Goddess sanctuary, soul star journeys. These are courses that I have in the shop that I know Julie has. Goddess one's very big for you right now. Brigade, there's the fire, there's the spring, there's the triple flame, there's the renewal. There's a lot of Brigade right now. I would do the journey with Brigade. And Brigid, it's a Celtic goddess. It's one of the goddesses in the goddess sanctuary. Green stones, maybe fluorite or something, this kind of green, more clear green than a malachite green. So the jaguar spirit wants you to walk in the footsteps. So right now you're going to nest, you're going to follow and let her lead. You're going to see what this is that's ready to be released, but like a snake skin, it has a very beautiful and intricate pattern, and the snake skins our sacred geometry. It's what the entire Mayan culture was based on, the sacred geometry, and how they built everything and navigated the stars and had the most sophisticated, everything was based on the pattern in this. So there's information. It's a form, it's a communication, right? Being in communion with the place, the cabin, doing your singing, you're going to get to a point where you're going to start channeling a lot. There's books, there's songs, there's all kinds of things that are needing to come through you and out of you. And you know this because stuff comes through you. All of this is answering everything you asked, right? Because it's completing a very long journey, at least 5 years. This is longer. I'd say 8 years, 6 years, something like that. Somewhere in there, completing it, acknowledging that it's been cleared out, that you're opening to fractal universes, realms, information. There's a lot of clarity. It's clean, it's beautiful, it's white and purple. And yeah, so be, nest, journey within, journey without, and then you're going to become a clear channel, and everything, all your questions are going to be, they can't be answered right now, because what's going to be able to come through you once you acknowledge where you are, you relax where you are, you know you're meant to be where you are, and you start to get enough rest, allow that inner healing, do your light body healings. I'm seeing the Kundalini cleanse and the star to star cleanse. Julie was in the light body school. There's a whole section on energy cleanses that are very good for you. There's 3 stages that you're going to be in. Okay. So this is for everyone right now. Where are you? What are you? How do you feel stuck? Or what do you feel like? What's my next step? Do I take action? Do I wait? These are really good, valid questions. Everyone, we all want to be relaxing into the moment and not pushing forward, not having an agenda that's driven by other people or our past pains, perceptions, and programs. We want to stop in the moment and realize in this moment, when you get off this call, you're a different person. You're already a different person than when we started. We've already had a healing. We had an amazing channel, a bunch of information about what's happening right now. We've had heart healings. You're not the same person, okay? So when you get off this call, you need to pause and not react the way that you used to an hour ago, okay? And wherever you are right now, if you went, well, this is the optimal place for me, am I just beginning this and am I resisting it or not doing what's optimal in this moment, in this place? Like Julie nestling into this cabin and being with nature and being in, her covers and her coziness and just healing and absorbing and allowing herself, talking to nature and doing the beautiful things that she does. And where are you? Instead of her feeling like, oh, well, my car doesn't work, but I should be on the road. No, if you're here, you're here. Maybe it lasts 2 days, maybe it lasts 3 months. Who knows? Then you can be the clear channel. You can listen for what's in the moment, the doors that are opening, the synchronicities that are there, the guidance that is there, the knowing that is there, that blueprint in you. You are the seed. This is the spring. This is a perfect moment where if you actively, consciously enter this eclipse and say, this is for my highest good. This moment of darkness is a planned redirect from my soul, which means I know what to do within. I have the map and the plan within. Now you have a powerful opportunity to see, sense, and feel what is the optimal thing for you in this moment? And if you keep asking that, what is optimal for me in this moment? What is aligned with my highest good and optimal for me in this moment? You don't know what's optimal for you here because you have all these programs and these blocks, and you have this way of doing things, and you've been doing things a certain way. And this is an awakening, an opening, and a breakdown of who you thought you were into a whole new way of thinking. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I've been being called to Ekbalam and to doing a vision quest with the Jaguar in September. So I may change the agenda, the topic a little bit, and that just made me feel even more. So what I do is I cleanse and clear myself with energy and light, different commands I'm doing within myself. I've been doing this for 30 some years. And between connecting to people so that I am a clear and open channel, that I no longer carry any of Julie's energy or anybody else's energy. Not that there's anything wrong with you. I want to be carrying the energy that's optimal for me. So I have a unique energetic makeup. And I've been told through different systems in astrology and human design and this and all these different things that I have this no boundaries. So, of course, that manifested in my early life of having no boundaries and doing everything for everybody else and worrying to please everyone else and all of that kind of thing, to being able to do this, do what I do. I just had a really fascinating astrology session for me and then for Chris for his birthday and us together. And it was fascinating because nobody had framed it the way she did and tell me, well, that's why you can do what you do, is you have no boundaries in this particular aspect. And that means you see past, you see through there. You don't see the limits in people. I had a business coach once a long time ago tell me, you're too good at helping people see their potential. And I said, how could that be a bad thing? And they said, well, because people, when they're with you, they see their potential, but then they go home and they get in their fear again, and they lose that connection that you saw in them. And that was an interesting feedback, because that's when I started to shift from, just shift into empowering you to get your own information, to see, feel energy, to be able to communicate, to awaken your senses. We're going to have a new intuition camp this summer. Woo! I hope you come. Although people who came last year are going to have a special way of coming back. And it was just stunning, stunning, stunning. It doesn't matter how fabulously psychic you are already and connected. You can always open and expand more of those 360 senses. So, okay, so I'm being called now to Marianne. Marianne. Hi, Marianne. All right. Beautiful bubble. So there's a pearl or pearlescent kind of a bubble, white light, but has that pearlescence to it around you. And so it's expanding, and I'm entering that with you. Dear Akasha, I love your messages and your streamings, and I'll have a meeting. So I'm used to do energy work, and right now I have the feeling that I am in a waiting line. I love it. I don't love that you feel that way, but I love that you feel that way. So if I say to you, congratulations, your life is falling apart or something like that, don't get offended, because I've been doing this for so long and I've been through my own life, okay? So woo, highs and lows and breakdowns and explosions and all kinds of energy. And that's why I kept going underneath to the energy to get out of the drama, to get out of the pain, to get out of the fear, so I could clearly move through my day. And I can honestly say that I went away for 3 days with my beloved for his birthday, and we different circumstances arranged that we had no agenda. And so we were just completely soft and in the flow, and we were both just blissed out. We would just look at each other and look in each other's eyes and say, I'm so content. I'm so happy. And this is an energy for that what I was talking about already, right? I think what was coming through was about be in the moment, be in the moment, be who you are so that you can perceive the doors that are opening for you right now. I used to do energy, and right now I'm in a waiting line from time to time. I feel enlightened for a couple days and a huge amount of power, and there's nothing else left. There's such an amount of ability to love from the cave of creation of Mother Earth that it has to be brought out in the world. Isn't that wonderful? It's so wonderful when we feel that way. But the energy then shrinks down, and on other days are like business as usual. In meditation, I don't get answers, and if I give more time and attention to the 3D world, it just seems to be the wrong way. So what? What am I waiting for? Warm greetings. Okay, Marianne. Excellent question. Awesome question. I can feel it pinging across the globe to so many people who are going to watch this and who are watching it now. We're all one. We're all in the same moment. Everything exists at the same time. So welcome. This is the beauty of this idea of ask anything. We find a common theme. So if you feel like you're waiting in any part of your life, come on in. So there's a couple levels of this, and I want it to come through in the best way to help people use this guidance. So I want you to understand a couple of things about you and about manifesting and about energy and about creating or uncreating your life. You are you, and part of you is a design, and part of you is energy and emotions. Part of the fears, beliefs, and other things you bring with you from other parts of your soul, other lives. And you bring them for a reason. You bring them on purpose because you're like, okay, let's take all the parts of me that are afraid to speak up, and that I feel like I'm stuck and I'm waiting in line. And all the parts of me that feel this craving, that I want to always feel this power and this enlightenment and this creative flow. I want to live in that all the time. And all the parts of me that get down on me and get disappointed and judge that when the energy isn't this big, magnificent energy, that I don't get answers and I'm doing it wrong. What am I waiting for? Why am I stuck? Okay, now there's a lot of people. So your story might be different, but the energies are the same. And this is the beauty of what I do, is I've worked with so many people over the years, either in person at retreats or one-on-one in sessions, virtual Zoom or classes or all different things. And I get to see not only my inner issues and my path, but yours and yours and yours and yours. And then I start to see patterns. And I've seen over the years how all of a particular energy comes up for people, different stories, different lives, and then it goes down. So I mentioned on the scale before, you're not meant to get to enlightenment and stay there. And that's your goal, and you're a big loser if you don't. You're in a body to ride the scale up and down. If you didn't feel love, well, let's say it this way. If you didn't want to feel the grief of loss of a loved one when they pass out of their physical body, then you wouldn't love deeply. And if you didn't love deeply, you would miss out on joys. We've had people already ask, I'm ready for my soulmate. And if you didn't have joy and companionship and contentment and feeling a connection to someone, then all of these opportunities to feel these things, which is why we're here. We're sensors. We're part of source energy or God, Goddess, or the infinite field or the void. And we're a sensor that's going out and experiencing life as me, and then feeding it back to the whole. So the more me of this experience that I feel it, the more new and interesting information and energy I feed back to the whole, which then gives us all access to every one of those energies. You're meant to move through highs and lows. If your body's experiencing some kind of a imbalance, you're throwing up all night and then you're tired the next day, you need to stay in bed. And your optimal, your highest possible energy in that moment is pure rest, pure surrender, allowance of energies to rearrange, to begin to detox, to heal, to soothe, to connect. And that's not just happening in your body, then it's happening on every area of your life. So, number one assignment, become aware of and start to detach from and let go of judging yourself and expectations. I wish I was getting visions like her. I wish that I felt this way all the time. I know, believe me, I chased it for decades. And it's good that I chased that feeling. I want to have a deeper spiritual experience. I want to see energies more. I want the trees to talk to me again. I want that, far out, amazing experience, So I want to have all of these things expanding, okay? So yes, if you give more attention to the 3D world, that needs to be inspired from the message coming into you and through you, okay? And, but again, you don't want to say, oh, I'm doing it wrong. You want to say, oh, look, this is how I'm doing it. Oh, okay. What would be another way? What's a different experience in this moment? Okay. Thank you, Marianne. All right, Enza. Hi, sweetie. So I feel like I'm a bit of a crossroads in two major areas. I would love to know what to do in terms of my family life and career. And both could undergo huge changes or stay exactly the same. Professionally, I have the idea of opening a healing center. Is that my path? And am I partnered with the right person for business? I love my work exactly as it is, but this could be an opportunity for expansion. Not sure if it's right for me. And my marriage is complicated, but not what I want anymore. Where is it headed? Should I stay for now? They're not too personal. Nothing's too personal for me. I have had people tell me stuff you couldn't believe. I go head to head to any psychiatrist anywhere, no matter how long they've been in business. So it's a lot of questions. And similar to Julie, of course, they weave together. So I'm just going to receive whatever particular aspect of this, because there's business and love and marriage and all these different things. Yes, I heard an enormous yes, that these are going to undergo huge changes, that is what's meant to happen. And it's important for you not to force it, okay? When we have that, isn't that interesting to feel like it could have huge changes or it could stay exactly the same? Weird, right? Really weird. So, there's a few words that you've used that are the energies that are tripping you up right now. So what comes off the page is complicated, and then I see wires and you trip over them. And I see, is this right? It could change or not change. And it feels like, like not movement. And crossroads. And where am I headed? So these energies are what is in common with all these different aspects of you. And of course, they're all you. And when we make a shift in a consciousness or awareness or self-perception or identity, choice, all these things, everything in my world is about shifting that energy so that you become more aware and more consciously able to participate in your choices. It ripples through everything, and you will have a completely different perception of things. Don't force anything. It's very important. If you feel pushed or forced in any way into a particular business, with a particular person or at a particular place or time, any of those things, do not force them and do not make any decisions until the 10th, the 9th, not before the 9th of May. Don't make any decisions on these things. Really respect this energy right now. It's in the dark. Something's going to be hidden. Something's going to pop up. Something you didn't see. Something you missed. something in your own shadows that's lurking, that's going to come out later. This is for everyone. Do not make major decisions, commitments, sign contracts. If you feel, because in the dark you can feel a fear and anxiety, and it might push some of these emotions to explode. I just want it done, or I just want to, and it's no, not good. Okay, no, not good. The crossroads is where you want to be. You need to stand in the crossroads, and you need to be fully present there, because it is a crossroads, and there's the two roads, so the four directions, so to speak, that are lit up most powerfully, north, east, and south, and those energies that of what that means for you in different ways. There's also other smaller paths that are there. They're not there. There's not a good, this is not a good time for you to step forward on any path. Stay in the crossroads. Stay right where you are. This is a really key moment. There's a peak here. There's a tipping point here, and you have a huge opportunity to do this in a way that ripples through your life in a very powerful way, or in a way that creates some turbulence and some unnecessary challenges. As one of my clients said to me once, "Oh, don't do that. The spirit's energies kept me up all night telling me to tell you, don't do that. Don't go that place. Don't do that thing right now that you're thinking about. You don't need that for your karma in this life. You don't need that. You can just skip over it." That's what this is like. So you're kind of at a pinnacle where if you push things forward and you don't respect the timing, the moment, the energy, and the way that you're moving through all these different areas of your life right now, there's going to be more rockiness, more difficulty. So be in the present moment for right now, being right where you are at the crossroads. Become comfortable with being there. Don't force yourself to make any decisions, even around, and just respect that need to be where you are. Okay, right there. Respect that need. I keep seeing marriage complicated, business, and that crossroads, family and career, and yeah. There's like, don't force any of those decisions. Reach out if you want to do a private session, because it would be good, or go back to some of your chakra activations from the chakra upgrade class. The sacral, the hands, so the crown, palms, and the root. Just whatever you feel called to. Staying at the crossroads means staying in. I love my work exactly as it is. I could stay here. Everything could stay the same. And then looking out and saying, ooh, and things could change. And that would be like this, and this would look like that. And it's interesting. And I'm just going to be here until the light turns green. Okay? Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. So we're going to go a little longer. And I feel called to look over here. If I do something, if I do a reading for you, please share in the chat if you can. If you're here, I'd love to hear that. So Sandra said, thank you for channeling this message. Doubts have arisen lately regarding if what I was doing was enough and okay, and the message confirms that I'm walking through the right path. Super grateful, much love. Perfect. Excellent. MK, thank you so much. You're so welcome. That's what I thought, so thank you for confirming. Good. You don't need to worry, MK, about healing the ancestral lineage. You do that when you do your own healing, okay? Yeah, you've been feeling a blockage in your sacral forever. I'm not surprised by that. Everybody has. It's why I started doing the sacral sessions. So you can do a session with me where we just focus and we go into the sacral. You can do a series where we go into the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, and the heart, that kind of thing as well. And you can also take the class. You can do the class. Those are all in the shop. So, but that is for everyone, and that's the planet, because this is where we're holding the shame, the abuse, and the secrets, and all that icky gooey threats. Don't speak up, don't tell anyone, don't let anyone know I'm not feeling safe. We can't become our individual selves and be fully the powers and the enlightened conscious being that we came here with the potential to be if we're holding all these heavy things, and the root of those are often in the sacral. So do that healing over and over and allow these things to connect. Very fun. Oh, hi, Dan. This is so grateful to be here. Missed the weekly connection in the chakra class. Yes, I know. I do too. We're going to have some new stuff coming up for fun. Oh, your cancer is in the left side. Well, that's where I was feeling it, was right here. My father died last year. My mom has dementia and long-term care. Yeah, that's that loss of nurturing or the ability to nurture. So I had a daughter who died. And so that often manifests as, I can't nurture her. I can't care for her. As a mother, my baby was taken from me, so to speak. And so when we lose a parent or we lose a loved one, or especially a child or a parent, someone in that kind of nurturer position, this is where it can come up, which is why so many women have that. Now, you do not get cancer from some gene that you have, so please don't cut off your breasts because some doctor tells you that you're going to get breast cancer. You decide that, and I'm telling you right now that this energy you're carrying is either going to manifest into something like that or not. And the sooner that you listen to your body and awaken your senses and increase your intuition, and you're in a communication with yourself and you know how to move energies, these are basic skills for us. We must learn to do that. You don't have to align with certain DNA. You flip the switches in it. So, a lot of love to all of us. Okay, here's who I was feeling called to. Hi, Birgit. Hi, Gaze. Paula Gale. So, hi, Paula. Okay, these may or may not mean anything to you, but these are the rocks that called me to be in my hands while answering your question, Paula. Okay, it's a crystal wand. It's an older wand that I've had for a long time, and this beautiful golden calcite. So the past 2 years have been exceptionally stuck. Do you see any breakthroughs, and how? Just getting your name down on the list here. Well, if you've been here a while, you probably heard my answer to an earlier question. And that's what Ask Anything is. I mean, I do read you if that's what comes forward. But when I do the soul readings, it's more like I'm reading your energy exactly. You can see that coming through now because my work is a combination of so many different kinds of energy work and vision work and shamanic work and so on, that I'm just in the flow to what's optimal for us, for you, for me at the time. However, that's a theme: feeling stuck, feeling enslaved. On the scale, it's that addiction, desire, craving, disappointment, and denial place. So it does feel that way. You're prime for a breakthrough, and you know it. Because you've been conscious of feeling exceptionally stuck. So that's interesting. There's an energy from your belly above, about that far above your belly button. There's an energy cord coming out, and there's also one just around the navel. These are some form of connection to mother, it's a duty. There's something about duty, but there's something about being hooked. Not necessarily, there's some duty, and there's the higher one in the solar plexus is really a hook. Guilt, I want to say. Guilt, shame, guilt. There's some layers of guilt here. So everybody understand that you're an energy being, and energy, regardless of the template you came in, that you could become, the plan, the blueprint inside the seed, right, that knows how to grow into the mighty oak. That's there, but you also have these energies. And so we're seeing an enormous amount of other lives in our soul that we've intentionally created a connection to bring forward to intensify these kinds of things. So you feel exceptionally stuck because I've seen already, I think, 6 or 7 layers of guilt, shame, and this kinds of energies. Again, if you look at the scale, you can see what that is. Let's take a look at that. I think that would be beneficial for this. So there's a hook here. It could be parental, it could be love taken, it's more love manipulated. And there's a sense of needing, being completely stuck, like it's not in your control. This is deep in your solar plexus. This is showing us that you are hooked. Your power to move forward is hooked to this energy. Now, it could be in this life. It's definitely in many other lives. Of course, it's in this life. It's not just mother, daughter, physical body. It's also other. There's other relationships, because this is very strong. But you've been hooked. It's showing now, and that idea of being stuck is at 125. This is the state of desire or addiction. I like addiction better. It isn't an addiction to LSD or something. It's in a desire that you never get fulfilled. You feel stuck because you're constantly denied the outcome, or denied the love, or denied the freedom, or denied something, and that becomes the pattern. So you're in a constant denial pattern. And that's creating your perspective. That means what you're aware of, you don't see the way to move forward. You see feeling incredibly stuck because you're being denied. The process or the environment is the enslavement feeling. The mind is in disappointment, so it sees things that make it disappointed over and over, and the emotional body is in a constant craving, which is why it's exhausting. It's like being on a hamster wheel or climbing a mountain and sliding down and climbing a mountain, sliding it down, or it's what I used to call the desire disappointment loop. And this is where lives within you actual enslavement patterns, but a lot of powerlessness, not feeling like you have the power or the worthiness, or that you have agreed to, obligated, and been hooked to. There is some not with your permission energy here. Somebody has hooked into you. Something has hooked into you. This is nothing to be afraid of. This is what is. That's why we go to acceptance. Oh, I'm accepting. This is the energy that's here. And it's intensified, it's heavy already, and it's gotten heavier and heavier the last 2 years because you're ready. Now, you're building strength, so you need to acknowledge your strengths. Where are those strengths? And you need to start to unhook and literally physically take your thoughts, your mind, your energy, your hand, unhook from your solar plexus, unhook from your solar plexus. You're denying yourself emotional support. You're denying yourself a lot of things. Energy, and you're feeling stuck in this waiting space because you're looking the wrong way. You're waiting for some message from a direction or a person or a place to move forward that isn't relevant for you anymore at all. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. There's a lot of intense energy right there, Paula. Okay, so you might look up golden calcite. This, interestingly enough, is an excellent stone for the solar plexus, which is your sun, which is your power, which is your ability to transform energies into life force, and that's what you need to be able to do. I'm going to just cleanse us all. I have a bundle here I made with Christian and VNA when they came over. Maybe you were part of that ceremony. And it's got copal in the center of it. Copal is a Mayan tree. They take the sap and it creates either a white smoke or a black smoke. And it is intensely protective and clearing. And it goes to these deeper, thick energies and cleanses and clears them as well as protects. We use it every time we go to any sacred place here, Maya place in the jungle, or to ruins or cenotes or pyramids or whatever. So, okay, so this is for you. Please breathe it in. I also recommend that if you haven't, you tune into some obsidian. I have it here and all over here. This is an energy that's excellent in the dark. If you have any, or you can get any for the next week, it will protect you in the dark. It will help you see, or it will absorb negative or damaging or painful energies, and some of these energies we've been talking about. And it does occasionally break because it's done so much hard work for you. Recently, my e-shell necklace broke, and I was very sad. All right, so let's go forward here. I want to get to as many of you as I can. Hi, Marty. Hi, dearest Akasha, bless you for your help. I'm still spinning and feeling stuck, wondering my best path forward to fulfillment, joy out of such a painful relationship issues, emotional overeating, body image, fear, hell, so deeply wanting to finally feel safe in my body. And with my nervous system balanced, no longer feeling terrors, aloneness, that I must look and be perfect to be safe. Let's just release that with some of this sacred smoke. I know this is so much, but I'd be thrilled for your amazing, loving, powerful help to free myself from hell, to be embodied heaven on earth here. All my love and deep appreciation. So the beautiful people that you are here, feeling these things and feeling stuck and feeling in hell and feeling consumed and limited and imprisoned by your idea that you're somehow not good. You're in body image, fear, hell, and you can't feel fulfilled or joy because of relationship issues, and whatever those energies are you're carrying, then they force the emotional overeating or whatever. I know that feeling. I have had that feeling. And relaxing into the moment. Okay? There's too much on the agenda. There's too much you're trying to do. And at the same time as being in all this energy, you're trying to find your way out through the same energy. This is true to all of us as we evolve and become aware and start to do different things like meditate or whatever you do. Then you start to go, oh, wow, okay, I see. I really want to focus on what's my ideal, accepting who I am. I'm in the right place at the right time, and my body is perfect in this moment. And that means I can change it, and it will alter, and it will change, and I can release, and this and that. Okay, now you hit the next level because you go at solving the problem the same way. Get out of the body and get out of the mind. Get out of the body, get out of the mind, get out of the body, get out of the mind. Drop into the energy below. Marnie, I want you to visualize a river of energy. It's deep below you. It's soothing and it's moving very smoothly. And you're going to start to draw your energy in from feeling spinning and stuck, okay? I need to know, I want to know. How can I feel joy? All these different things, okay? You're going to keep pulling your sensors and your senses into the center because you can't find your way out. This is for everyone. You can't figure it out. You can't get to the next step with the mindset you have, with the way you've been doing things. It's a different state of consciousness. It doesn't make sense at this level. Okay? So you relax and you start to pull your focus within and turn it deeper within, past the body, acknowledge the body. Wow. Okay, so I released a lot from my throat, my heart, and right up my nose. Whew, it happens a lot in these things. So there was a purge of some of this. Grasping, you're in that desire disappointment loop. You're craving feeling safe in my body, and you're craving joy and fulfillment, and you're craving to feel different. But the craving is attached to the body image fear hell and to the imbalanced nervous system and the terrors and the aloneness and all of these things that aren't reality. So you're in an illusion. You have to unplug from the movie, unplug from the story, pull your energy more and more within, and then feel yourself becoming liquid light and dropping down and out through your feet into Gaia, relaxing and go down into this river of energy. Leave all the thoughts and the fears and all the whirling energy up here. And just like liquid, you flow down in this river. Let it carry you. Let it soothe you. Let it cleanse you and clear you. Be in the energy. Feel it. And then say to yourself, I'm ready and willing, and I'm open and receptive to receive, release, so there's a big layer of guilt. There's some very dark energies up here that look like little tents that have been stuck in there for a long time. And you just want to exit the building, just down. Then when you're ready, you're going to draw your energy back up into your body in this moment, acknowledging that by being separated, by being in the flow of energy, you've shifted. You're less attached to this and what it means And you're going to come back into your moment, into your body, and move forward, expecting and looking for a different perspective. You're trying to fight too many battles at once, and you can't. This is where our upbringing and training in the world so far has us making a plan. And okay, I got to take care of this problem and that problem and this problem and that, but I can't be in this and this. No mind, no hard work. Draw your energy in. Come back in. Now, several of you have a lot of energy that you're allowing to hook your solar plexus, your emotional body. So I want you to actually physically go like this. Go and hook, remove. Okay, remove. If I can put this down this way. Go in and out. In and out. Unhook this energy. Unhook. Just give it back to whoever or whatever or wherever it came from. And out, out. Unhook, 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 unhook. I do this sometimes with both hands. I've done this for a long time. I don't do it that much anymore, but I used to have my whole emotional solar plexus field just hanging open for anybody to throw their emotional hooks in there. And you want to detach from that. You want to give yourself the freedom from that. All right, Marty. Honestly, the answer to everybody's question is simple, but does not appear easy because of where you are, because of your current perspective, which is why if you look at the scale and you tell yourself, I'm ready and willing to accept this, to rise to acceptance, the more you move towards that state, these energies unhook. They don't feel as heavy. You don't feel in hell. You don't feel your nervous system constantly jangling. Also, Marnie, green energy for you, kind of this color green, very vibrant and bright. Draw it in through your nervous system and your meridians and draw it down and just breathe with that. You can bring balance. Ask for balance in your nervous system and balance in the mind. So the balance in the mind is as you unplug from the story, balance in the emotional field as you unplug from the fears, right, from the emotion. And then the balance will come to the body. Okay. All right, somebody over here. Let's see. Hi, Kier. And so thank you so much. It was amazing as always. All the readings today spoke to me deeply. Sending hugs. Thank you. Yes. Totally gave me chills. Great, Michelle. Yes, that's what's fun about this is they're all relevant to me and they're all relevant to everyone. Maybe all of them, maybe different parts of different ones, but let's just see what go Julie, go Julie, go Julie, Sherry said. Sandra, attachments in my left foot. It makes total sense why I've been having the numbness for almost 5 years. Thank you for disclosing this as well. Oh, interesting. Good, good. You're so welcome, Julie. Thank you for this confirmation of the power and all the work I've done since I left my previous home. It delights me that you referred to all the journeying I've done. Yes, it's all been internal at my cousin's house, and yet it's been journaling all the time. I have the sense a cabin will appear, and in the meantime, my sense is an internal one, and perhaps finding a place I can walk to be in nature in the meantime. It will emerge. Absolutely. You need to visualize it. You need to create it very powerfully, very vividly, Julie. Take your powers of creation, channel it, speak to it. It's somewhere, whether it's in the ethers, on another planet, whether it's in your heart, or it's actually here somewhere. That's the part you need to connect to. Go to this place. It's like having a creation chamber that you go to over and over. Be in it. meditate with it, journey with it, dream with it, sleep with it. Okay. Okay, so I would love to do this all day with you guys. Maybe we should do that. Okay, can do a few more. I have some private sessions next. I hope I see some of you guys in a private session and intuition camp this summer, or in the retreat in September. Woo, let's do it. Okay. Anne. Hi, Anne M. Hi, dear Nan. Thank you for your beautiful messages. Would you be able to provide insight into repeated health challenges and my resulting feelings of fear and need to stay safe? Absolutely. I love your energy, Anne. You are the sweetest thing. Well, like Julie, you have changed a lot. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of balance happening on both sides of your energy field. They're moving out in these sort of big, maybe wing-like energies, and then they curl. They're different colors, but they're not, it's like they're under something, they're there, but they're not clear. You're not really seeing them. You're not really accessing them clearly. Stepping stones. Okay, so Anne, they're showing there's a lot of energy moving under the surface for you, and that your repeated health challenges are stepping stones. So if you can shift to just, I keep seeing this almost fairy tale like, image of being a very small little fairy sized being in an enormous forest, and there's this little pond, and you're just hopping from one stepping stone or one lily pad to the next across this pond. And that's what these health challenges are. They're stepping stones to where you're going. They're what you're meant to focus on right now. There's a lot of depth in them. There's a lot of information in them, and there's a lot of opportunity in them. If you stay in the moment and say, okay, we're doing this again, acknowledge your frustration. If you're like, are we doing this again? When's it ever going to end? I know most all of us feel that way at some point or another. Acknowledge it, accept that you feel that way, but please then release its hold on you. When we get stuck on when's it going to happen, and I want it to happen now, and I want to feel this way all the time, and I want this, and I want this, it's lack of acceptance, and it keeps us down in these energies and states. It does not allow us to rise to the higher states of full potential that we carry within us. These are the stepping stones, and they're definitely leading somewhere. Now, they are leading you across a very large space. So this is true. If you were driving and you looked at a map and you said, I'm here and I'm going there, and you could see, oh, we're a quarter of the way there, we're halfway there, we're 3/4 of the way there, we're almost there. There's a sense of completion or understanding or certainty that you're making progress, you're moving towards the result you want, and you just keep going. You don't get frustrated that you've only made it to Kansas in your drive across the country. You just go, oh, okay, here we are in Kansas. This is where we are. I accept that's where we are, so I can navigate very easily to the next place. This is what we don't do emotionally within ourselves. So the idea of being present so that you can see where you are, there's a lot more information in each one of these steps. Underlying every health challenge, physical health, mental health, financial health, relationship health, worthiness health, all of these things. What is health? Health is wholeness, it's flow, it's trust, it's calm, it's being in the flow and knowing that you have what you need. So when you move from, I'm tired of this, I'm frustrated with this, please accept it. Don't push it down. Feel it, scream, cry, write, do whatever you need to do, and then it's going to lose its hold on you. Then you can be in the moment and you can be like, okay, What's the real purpose of this? What's the real underlying energy message? Okay. Because there's a lot of information for us, and it isn't that we have to know what we did wrong, or we have to figure it out, or we have to fix it, or we have to chase it down, or we have to work harder. It's that we simply have to accept it and stay present in what's next. All these issues have a mental or emotional or spiritual cause. The cause is not the physical health issue. The cause is at a higher level where you're holding these energies. So the path is already laid out for you. Just keep looking for the next lily pad or stepping stone that you're meant to hop to. Stay where you are and listen to it so you don't have to repeat that to really get the power, the message that opened the door, whatever that moment is holding. This is a very important journey that you're on. And believe it or not, the path is laid out. It's there. You just have to keep going on it. Be present. Okay, Anne? There's someone here I'm seeing. All right, Pat. Wondering if this would be a proper place to ask you if you had any insight for me in this time regarding the chronic 8+ headaches that has been kicking me in the teeth for the last 62 days straight. Wow. Yeah, very interesting energy. Okay. Well, look at your words. Look at how you feel. Being kicked in the teeth. This is a very significant energy. It's like you're in a loop. There's a cowboy energy here. I don't know if it's another life. There's a sense of being roped and tied to something, and it can't get out. It builds, the pressure builds up, and it can't get out. There's something you're not finishing, you're not releasing, you're not giving full permission to be what it is. Yeah. So you've got to release energy. You have pent up energy in the sacral. There's a creative and a sexual power to it, energy. There's pent up energy in the back of the sacral, along the back bone, the lower back. That feels more like something you've agreed to carry and not let someone down. So you have, I want to say 8. Didn't you say 8? I don't know why I'm saying 8. Oh, you had 8 headaches. Okay. There's 8 different aspects to this energy, and it's coming up. So it's moving and it's shifting and it's releasing, but it's reaching like a pressure point and then going back down, and you're not letting it out. And it is like you're roped, you're tied to something, and it's time to acknowledge that you have to free yourself from some pattern. Just say, I'm ready and willing to release myself from this pattern. I trust my higher self to handle this and to show me what I can do to help. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to go deeper with you, Pat, or a lot of you on that. So let me know if you guys want to do some sessions. One of the things is interesting that you said the last 60 days, because we have had an energy of fast forward movement the last 60 days. And now we're coming into this eclipse where we don't know what's going to follow open, or which door is going to shut and which door is going to open. And so there's been a pressure building in you to move forward, that Aries energy, that forward energy, that no retrograde energy. And so some of you might have felt it and just been like making plans and getting things done, or maybe you felt ready to do it and you felt stuck. So pay attention, because the energy that we're in is very powerful. All right. We give great thanks for this beautiful gathering, and we ask that we all be blessed, calling on the violet flame to cleanse, clear, and transmute all energies that no longer serve our highest good and that which is optimal for each of us, for us as one, for the one heart, and for Gaia. Cleanse, clear, release. Cleanse, clear, release. Release all energies that are no longer optimal for you. Give great thanks to the Sacred Infinity Healing Chamber and for this gathering and connection. May we walk in love and acceptance, connected to that glow from within, accepting and allowing that we're ready, that we have everything we need, we're here in the right moment at the right time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. All right. Beautiful. So do your own moment of cleansing and clearing, disconnecting from this, acknowledging what you've received, and ask for that to stay as a clear connection to integrate in whatever way in your day. Be gentle, be loving to yourself, pay attention to what you think and see. There's more sensors awakened, there's more energy moving, and there's more of an opportunity for you to transform whatever you brought the question for, or whatever energy is feeling stuck. Almost everybody is right on the cusp of some big breakdown, meltdown, breakthrough, recept, or something like that. We could all benefit from creating our own visualized space, like Julie in her cabin, to meet with our spirit and meet with those parts of us that can reach us, to receive the guidance, love, and support that's already here for us. All right, everyone. Namaste. Thank you for spending this time with me. I must go to be with my beautiful clients. I love you so much. I hope to see you soon. And please take care of yourself through this time and bring your love to light the way as we move through this eclipse. Namaste. In la Quetzalcoatl, I am another you, you are another me, we are one.